We are losing the privacy battle. Our phones, apps, smart homes, fitness trackers, and digital conveniences are constantly harvesting us. Our every click, move, and breath is turned into data. And as a result, it's killing our ability to remain anonymous, to live without being watched. And this is not me crying wolf, the data proves it. The average person is tracked by more than 2,000 data brokers. So a single day online might generate more than 70,000 data points about you. And this number is growing. Now, it's easy to blame social media for this pattern, but this isn't just a feature of the modern internet. It's more of the architecture it was built on. But if we want to understand how we got here and what we are up against, we have to peel back the layers. So that's exactly what I'm going to be doing today. I'm breaking this problem down into 5 points. And it all begins with infrastructure. I'm talking about the wires, the firmware, down to the silicon itself. It's no longer a privacy battle on your screens. It's happening underneath it in the bones of your system. Hidden subsystems like Intel Management System and AMD's equivalent Platform Security Processor run independent operating systems within your OS. You can't audit them, you can't remove them. And they run with more privilege than anything else. It's all rigged against you. We used to worry about cameras on the street corners, but you should be more wary about the light bulbs that track your motion, Wi-Fi that maps your body, and smart paint that can literally detect presence. This is ambient surveillance where the environment itself becomes the sensor. Academic systems like YPIN and FreeSense can recognize individuals by gait or body shape via Wi-Fi signal distortions. Breathing patterns can even be tracked using changes in received signal strength. You don't need to be online, you just need to be near a signal. Now, let's zoom out. 99% of the world's internet traffic flows through undersea cables. These cables stretch underneath the ocean floor, and they are allegedly heavily tapped by nation-states, intelligence agencies, and data extraction operations. Now, add to this the rise of edge computing. With 5G and IoT, some data is now processed on device in real time. Yes, I know this sounds efficient, but the data is extracted before you can kill it. By the time you see a cookie banner, your phone has already shared your location, device ID, sensor data, and your network fingerprints. Hence, consent is now an illusion. Talking about consent, we've been sold the idea that consent will protect us. That as long as we have the option to click agree, everything is fine. But consent is broken fundamentally. And this is because your brain wasn't built for this. You're being asked to judge the risk of sharing metadata 1,000 times a day. Now that's psychological warfare, not consent. You can spot these dark patterns everywhere, on every website or app. Misleading buttons, hidden settings, tricky toggles, it's just so tiring. You've seen 50 of these today already. The reality is that you really do not read or resist. You simply click accept. Now, this isn't because you agree, but because it's far easier than saying no. The truth is, you really cannot say no. Try opting out of Google. No Gmail, no Docs, no Maps, no YouTube, no Android phone, no login, no location services. Refusal simply means exile. Regulations like GDPR and CCPA promise salvation, but for most companies, they are just a business model. Add a checkbox, link a 70-page terms of service, then extract your data anyway. So what is consent really? It's a legal shield, but not for you, for them. Because if you clicked yes, they are not liable, even if you had no idea what you said yes to. You are watched, but also you are modeled. Police departments use predictive algorithms like Predpo to decide who gets stopped. Insurers model you based on your neighborhood, birthing things like zip code based pricing. And it's not just what you do, it's how you move. Gait recognition, keystrokes dynamics, breathing patterns. You can be tracked, even in the dark, by how you exist. Meanwhile, your feeds, your music, your news, your friends, they are all filtered by AI systems built to manipulate your mood, not to inform, and not really to connect you. Just keep you engaged, keep you scrolling. The result is a behavioral caste system where your past decisions trap you into a digital loop. If the system thinks you are low value, you get worse offers, fewer opportunities, and less freedom. And you may never even know why. This kind of surveillance is engineering of your future and who you are allowed to be. You might think you're safe because you use Signal, you turned off location tracking, or you cover your webcam. But that's not enough because privacy isn't individual anymore. If your friend shares your number with an app, that app has you. If your coworker syncs their contacts, your identity is exposed. One person leaks, everyone loses. And even if your data is anonymized, AI really doesn't care. It can reverse engineer identities from patterns. In fact, some studies show it only takes 5 spatio-temporal points to uniquely identify 90% of people from anonymized mobility traces. So a little location history, some timestamps, and just like that, your name, age, occupation, and more is all out there. An FTC study found that data brokers compile information on politics and race, often without consent. These are shadow profiles or data constructions of who you probably are. Maybe your political beliefs, your mental health risk. These profiles are traded across ad exchanges and governments, built without your knowledge, consent, or access. You will never see these profiles, but they shape how the system sees you. So, you don't have a private life anymore. You have a simulated persona stitched together from your cliques, your friends, and your shadows. And worst of all, you didn't give that version of you permission to exist. Now, here is where it gets surreal. Your dead data lives on. Your voice, your face, your writing style are being used to train AI. Even after you're gone, companies will use your past self to market products, build chatbots, or keep your presence alive. You've become a ghost in someone else's machine. And today, your digital twin, your data doppelganger, is already acting in your name. AI-driven decisions are being made about you based on a version of you that you will never meet. You can't see it, you can't talk to it, you can't delete it, but it's really enough to raise your insurance rates, or block your loan application, or influence your job interview. Privacy is becoming a luxury product. Only the rich can afford to truly opt out through servers, burner phones, and legal firewalls. The rest of us, we exist in systems of total behavioral predictability. We are modeled, we are nudged, we are simulated, and increasingly, we are not in control. Now, let me just say this isn't paranoia. It's reality. We are not losing this privacy war because we are careless, but because the battlefield was moved. The rules were rewritten, and the very idea of privacy was quietly dismantled while we were busy scrolling. Understanding this is one step, because the war may feel lost, but your resistance starts with awareness. And if you've managed to follow this video right to this point, you are now part of that resistance. Till the next one, stay safe out there.